Good morning and welcome back to Mythgard and Middle-earth. My name is Corey Olsen, the Tolkien Professor, joined as always by my friend Gryfflet, who is hiding in the underbrush, apparently, in a dark and mysterious place. Or actually, he's in Bree. It's just Bill Fernie's house. It smells over there. Get out of there, Gryfflet. Okay. So Gryfflet is kind of taking care of business here today. He's got a little updating to do. There's not only is you thought he'd become tree-ish there. Yeah, well, no, Kendall, he's not been idle quite as long as that. But yeah, so he's just got to take care of things here. So, did the Li thing happen? Are we in like the? So he's gonna visit Wenda while he's here in town in Bree, because might as well.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Oh, you are so worth a moment of my time, Wenda.
Hello there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so Phil, that's just what I was going to do. So I know that it is time to it's time to move on to Gondor today, which we're like totally gonna officially start Gondor today. That's absolutely gonna happen. But I know there are some things that like we left behind. I've been informed that I missed a session play at Helms Deep, and I certainly don't want to miss a session play at Helms Deep. I don't know how I did, but Helms Deep was weird, like as far as finding things, mostly because there wasn't anything there. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean? Like I was expecting a whole pile of side quests. And although I did get to carry target dummies around, which I don't undervalue, keep in mind, still there were way fewer side quests than I expected there to be. And so I feel like that kind of hampered my completionism there. Yeah. So the quest isn't available until after the battles? Okay. All right. So where should I, where exactly should I guess I can go back to Helm's Deep. Also, like, legendary items. Like, what's the scoop? So I have my legendary items are like upgraded and stuff. Let's see. Here we go. Classic legendary items can no longer be slotted, modified, or advanced. They may still be equipped and used. Appraisal will give you currency that you can spend at the Tracery Library in Rivendell to advance new items. Huh. Okay, so these are the ones that so Gryfflet has like nothing extra. Wigan has a whole bunch of extras, but he's got like nothing extra. This is like his weapon and his tools. But if I hit appraise, I'm going to like cash it in. It doesn't destroy them. So if I just appraise them, I just kind of scope it out. It's not going to hurt me. I'm a little nervous. I can still use it after appraising it. Okay. I'll appraise my bridle. Oh, that's a scoop there. Okay. I can get 34 enhancement runes, 150 enhancement runes, 3,300 ancient scripts. Wow. And 3 shattered Rohirrim traceries. That, I dare say, makes even less sense than the old system at first glance. What the heck is a tracery? Or an ancient script? Is there like a... Why am I getting scripts from this? I mean, I don't mind, I suppose. Is there like an in-game place where I can get exposition about this? Because you see, that's what I'm really interested in. I'm a little bit less interested in like the mechanics of how to do things. Okay, yeah, these are all going to be very similar. But yeah, like, will somebody in game explain it to me? Right? Like, I want the narrative rationale. Okay, traceries are like essences. You plug them in to gain effects. Okay. Okay. Right. So I'll be fine. All right. Okay. I shan't worry about it then. But anyway, let's get back. Hang on a second. I don't actually. Sorry, Bert. I'm gonna actually just return to Helms Deep, since I have like a milestone there and such. Okay. So like my allies that are now frozen, and it doesn't matter what level they are anymore. Yeah, I know I was playing with lower level allies. So like my allies were level 85. They still say that? Yeah, they do. But they've not like gotten any better, right? I mean, they still kind of suck. Do I not need to upgrade anymore? It's not like my weapon now does more damage than it did on, last week, or would have done if I'd played last week. So is it still possible to upgrade? Like, do I still need to upgrade? Being level 98 now? Yeah, I'll need to get a new ally. Right. So if I get one, I'll see what happens. Okay, fine. Great. Yeah. Okay. So if I find a new ally, it will be time to do the thing. They don't drop anymore. Okay. How do you get one then? Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I'll wait till this sorts itself out. Meanwhile, here we are, back in Helms Deep, looking around for a session play. Where, I wonder, could I find one? Theoden has it? Oh, well, okay. I'm in the wrong place entirely then. All right. Let us go upstairs. I gotta choose the right stairs, though. Will this do? No, this won't do. This is the wrong stairs. I think these are the right stairs. Go up here. Then I go out, as I recall. Yeah. I go up these stairs. Is Theoden still over here? There he is. Hey, he doesn't have anything. Did I, like, not do something? Or something? It's at after battle Helms Deep. That's not where I am? No. Okay, so I've got to go switch to... Right. Okay, I've got to go switch where I am. Here, wait a second. Am I a burglar or am I a burglar? We don't need no stairs. Okay. Let's see. Shouldn't there be some random detritus that I can click on somewhere? Where'd it go? Is it down this way? Thought it was. Yeah, there it is. Isn't it? This area? No. Darn it. Oh. Éowyn, there it is. Okay, alright. Isn't this where I go? No? No. Before dawn? I don't want to go before dawn. I want to go after dawn. Sunrise. Okay. Right. That would be sunrise, wouldn't it? Okay. Let's give that a shot. Okay. Now I find Theoden, and now he's out on the field, right? Am I remembering correctly? Okay. All right. Let's see what we can find. Oops, sorry, not trying to trample the corpses. Feeling guilty about that. Okay. Hey, look, you know what I'm going to try? A cavalry charge down the ramp. Look at that, it works. Okay. All right, we've got flying ash from the burning. Theoden still doesn't have anything. So, where is this putative session play that I missed? It's not with Kenrick. His is just the, like, hey, do you want to redo the epic quest line, right? Yeah, the storied tales business. Which I already did. You know, Theoden, you're really going to want to get that hole in the wall repaired. You might want to get a guy in for that. You really might. Okay, so... Do I have something called Summons to the Final Stand? No, I don't think I did. Certainly didn't have it in my mail. No, it would have been ages ago anyway. Well, not ages, but numerous sessions ago. I did do the Faithful Door Ward session play. Yeah, I did. But I keep getting told that there's something else here. All the carrion birds flying around are appropriate but ominous. Especially the way they're circling around the tower. Okay, it's called Let's Take the Hornburg. Right. Yeah, okay. Let's take the Hornburg. Inventory. No, I say no. That's a scroll of perfect crafting lore. I don't think it's got anything in my inventory. No, my loot's been gone for ages. Maybe it's just disguised as a scroll of perfect crafting lore. It's possible. Can't rule it out. Can't rule it out. Yeah, I don't see a trigger to it anywhere. Okay, I need to have completed book 13. Yes. Which I did, yeah. No, that's the volume 2 stuff. I don't even have any epic quests. Apart from the volume 2 appendices, which I didn't do. Look at my deed log? Oh, good grief. Okay. It's possible Theoden thinks I've done enough already. It's a deed. What? Okay. Where? So it's in Rovanian. Is it a place deed? Western Rohan? Okay, so what am I missing? I've got a whole bunch of Slayer deeds out here. That's it. Look, I've completed every deed. I finished the Explorer, I finished the quests, and I did the Survivor of the Long Night. Look at my completed deeds. Okay. Y'all are so patient. But like session plays are cool, right? Like it's worth it. This one is pretty deeply buried though. Okay. Right? So okay, so what am I looking for? Got my exploration deeds that I completed. Got my quest deeds. Survivor of the Long Night. Oh, this is it, eh? Summons to the final stand? Where on earth did that go? Yeah, there it is. Huh. Maybe it expired in loot. It's possible. If I got it like near the beginning of us, I usually don't check my loot. Like I forget to check my loot during the stream. I usually check it before I log out just to make sure there isn't anything, you know, important in there. But it's definitely not in my bags. I didn't get it in mail though. No, don't think there's a map in my bag. I just got a whole bunch of stuff, but no, those are all my consumables I never consume, all my crafting things I never craft with, you know, what you usually keep in your inventory, but it's definitely not there. Well, that seems like a mechanical difficulty. Yeah, it's a delete your character and start over. I know, right? Like, come on, seriously. Right, reflecting pool, no, which I think won't work because that only works on things that I've done. Okay, so what is reclaim? Like, what do I do? I've never even heard of this. So I do / reclaim and then what? Okay. / reclaim. Whoa. Reclaimed a bunch of gift boxes. That's pretty random. And what? Hauberk of the Hammerhand? What happened to... What? What? Okay. Those are the things that got reclaimed. Things I've tossed previously. Okay. Right. So that's it. But I didn't toss it. I never got it. I totally never saw. I would never throw away a summons to the final stand. Yeah, no, I was looking. There's nothing in my quest log. What is the quest that it starts? It starts quest, let's take the Hornburg, which sounds cool. But no, I don't have that. I don't even have any quests over here. I'm questless. Epic battles, defense of Rohan. Yeah, so no, so yeah, skip those. Mission, those are just the Gundabad ones. Special? No. No. Yeah. I got no Helms Deep quests of any kind. Yep. Nope. What? Can I just say, like, that's awful. That's awful. It must, the only explanation I can think of that makes sense is it must have shown up in my loot and just timed out, like, before the end of my stream, before I noticed it. Yeah, I mean, that's, and that's awful. To, like, miss an entire cool session play just because, like, you didn't notice a thing in your loot? Yeah, let's take the Hornburg. Yeah, let's take or leave the Hornburg hologram, apparently. Okay. All right. Well, interesting. That is interesting. Okay. What's the moral of this story? The moral of this story is don't start quests from stupid loot drops. It's the worst. It's always been my least favorite thing. Like all those times I've gone to check my loot only to find... Where am I going even? I don't even know. Going to... Okay, well that's disappointing. On to Dunharrow then. Yeah, I should head back to the stable master. Yeah, so yeah. It's always been one of my biggest pet peeves. Loot quests. I mean, if it's a quest, just put it in my darn inventory. That carry-on couldn't get it. Whoa! Oh, that's why he can't get across the threshold. The door's closed, but invisible. Okay. Get off your horse. Okay. Hi, excuse me. Sorry. Pardon me, grieving people. Where's the stable master? Am I warm? Okay. He's down here somewhere, wasn't he? Where'd the stable master go? Oh, the stable master's not here on account of it's after the battle. Wait, how does that make sense? What, did the stable master get killed? Did he retire? Why should there be no stable master after the battle? He's partying. Now that's a good explanation. I accept that explanation. Whee. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right. I'm looking for a... I'm just going to run in circles around Helms Deep. I think that will be the theme of today's stream. Running in circles around Helms Deep. I'm now trapped in the day after the battle. Here, wait, I know. I'm going to return to pre-battle this way. I'm just going to milestone it. Okay. Hey, look! I found the stable master. Okay.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
What I don't know is I'm going to accomplish a blessed thing in this stream. Okay, where are we going? We got to go by way of Edoras, as I recall, from here to get to Dunharrow. Helms Deep hamster wheeling episode 1, Drow Snake, think? Okay. All right. Here we are in Edoras. Hello, stable master. Don't be shy. Look, the growling dissenters are here. There you are. Okay, and from here...
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Dunharrow. Don't worry, we've been in the process of saving these lands. Okay, whoa. Looks like I rented a drunken pony. All right, and then we head north in our cumbrous old fashion. No, not by turning on that. Okay. Okay. Golly, it's dark. It is dark in Harrowdale. Because I'm not exactly in Harrowdale yet. Okay. Gondor going around in circles, episode 1. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we are at the camp. Okay, anybody seen Éowyn? I'm supposed to find Éowyn somewhere, I think. I wonder where she is. Yeah, Rosie, you totally picked a good day to be late. At least your board will be easier to write, yes. In which nothing much actually happened. Where are we? Oh, way down there. I should just go up the paths of the dead. Okay. But how did I get lost in this camp? No, this is a dead end. So, like, this camp kind of looks neatly organized, but, okay. Alright, so I'm looking, I should bang a right up here at this next camp intersection. Okay. Okay. Now I'm headed towards the mountains. That's a good sign. Shall I try the switchbacks on my war steed? Why not? Watching me tumble down the mountain will be more entertainment than I think I've offered yet thus far. Okay. Oh, carry on. That was an expert turn right there. Yeah. Oh, man. Look at this. Cornering like a pro. Ah, the good old Pukelman. I love the, I like that the plants hanging out their mouth like the Pukelmen are drooling. It's kind of fun. Yeah. So I've talked before about the size of the Pukelmen, which of course is very unrealistic, but you know, makes them easier to see. But what I haven't talked about before is their posture, which is very interesting. Like, why the crossed arms and the, like, you know, howling faces? I mean, they look like they're wearing straitjackets, which I don't think that's actually what, you know, the sculptors were going for, but just based on that posturing there, I'm not sure what that's attempting to convey. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't really look like a warning. Okay. Found you, Éowyn. All right. Can I have an epic quest or something, please? That would be awfully handy. Maybe some errands to do here?
I am glad you have come with such haste. For these
Oh, man.
weigh heavily upon me.
I hurried right here, Éowyn. I didn't delay at all, fortunately. Yep. Came to you like a shot. Okay, these troubles weigh heavily upon me, and I do not know how they may be overthrown. Or thrown. Sorry. Maybe o'erthrown. It is my uncle's choice to ride to Minas Tirith, and thereby satisfy the vows of his forefathers. But why should he not ride for Gondor with every sword he can command, either by oath or love? It is folly to allow proven warriors to abandon my uncle's course, lest it be doomed by their absence. And yet in the early hours Aragorn and his kinsmen departed Dunharrow for the paths of the dead. He spoke of need, but I can see no need on that road, save that of a yawning tomb that hopes to be filled. The dead men of Dunharrow do not suffer the living to pass. Several of the men saw him go and speak words of despair. Find these men and set their minds aright if you can. And when you return, do the same for me. I do not think you can, but I must wear a brave face for the men, and will not give in to sorrow for their sake. That's really interesting. Kendall thinks that Éowyn and Cowanglad should form a club. Yeah. Though I have to say, Éowyn has more chance than Cowanglad, to be perfectly honest. Right. I mean, probably more realistic to fall in love with Aragorn than to fall in love with a lake. But, though I guess there's a certain parallel, right? I mean, she's in love with the heir of Isildur, and Cowanglad is in love with, with the heir of Elendil, and he's in love with like Elendil's girlfriend. So, anyway, yeah. But anyway, here's what I find interesting about this quest. I'm going to be interested to watch the sort of emotional trajectory of Éowyn, right, as we get to see it, to see what we do see of it and how they depict it here, because of course, we only see with, in the books, we get, the emotional parting with Aragorn and his refusal to let her come with him to the Paths of the Dead. And then we next see her when she's meeting Theoden coming back, which I guess has happened. Sounds like it's happened. But then we see her as Dunharrow. So, yeah. Anyway, she is seeking for comfort here, even though she predicts she's not going to find it. Okay, Book 1, Chapter 1. Off we go on Volume 4. It's official. Okay, I'm talking to folks. Talk to Darlof, talk to Bosa, and to Sidrock. Okay. Here's Sidrock. Whoa, look, it's a flaming... I've never seen those superimposed before. The two kinds of questing. That's weird. Tell me about yourself, Sidrock. My name is Sidrock. I am a man of the Westfold. I have long served Arkenbrand, and have ridden with him on many campaigns. I rejoice that the Eorlingas will soon ride for Gondor, but I expected more soldiers to arrive by now. Truth, man. What did you see at Edoras? 2 days past, I was at Edoras for the weapon take, as Theoden King commanded. Some few men had already arrived, and a great winged shadow flew over Edoras and swooped low upon the very roof of Meadowseld. The bravest men I have ever known were frozen in fear at the sound of its terrible call. The shadow departed after that, but Gandalf knew it was not safe to gather at Edoras, and he counseled us to hurry at once to Dunharrow. Okay. Sorry we didn't get to see that. But, of course, we've seen Nazgul swooping onto several roofs before, but it would have been kind of fun to see it at Edoras. I have only been to Gondor once when I was very young, but the memory remains very strong with me to this day. My father took a cart with some trade goods along the Great West Road into Anorion, but on this occasion he allowed me and my brothers to come along. I remember standing at a parapet in the White City, listening to the banners snapping in the wind. I always expected to see Minas Tirith again, but it never happened. Now it seems I will see the White City once again after all. But in war. Yeah, way to be a downer there. Yeah, you're right. Just think. Okay.
The grim Northerners departed Dunharrow at first light.
The Northerners did they? And did not stay to explain their curse. I would think them cowardly had I not seen the road they took, south along the Dimholt Road. That way lies death. Okay. Yes. So that is not the path of a coward, I agree. You explained that Aragorn had his reasons for taking such a road. Oh yeah, that's very satisfactory, I'm sure. There were reasons why it happened, but Sidrock waves away your words. I do not doubt he had his reasons, friend, but it is clear that his loyalty is not to Theoden King. We will have need of every man if we are to ride to Minas Tirith as my king commands, and I see we are cheated of a powerful fighting force by Aragorn's choice. I count the chances of our success against the enemy less and less with each sword he takes with him into the mountain. I saw the winged beast over Edoras. I know what dangers we face. Good job, Gryfflet. Yeah, I think you've done good there. So let's see. Who else am I supposed to fail to comfort? Thane Magla. Where's Magla from? Which town is Magla from? I'm forgetting. Where are you from, Bosa? Oh, Middlemead. Okay, that's what I thought. Right. Is he the dude with one arm? Yep. Okay. I am Bosa, and I make my home in Edoras. I have been in the service of Theoden King for many years, summer and winter alike. I have worn this armor proudly for all that time, but never so proudly as at the Battle of the Hornburg, where I stood at the side of my countrymen in defence of the keep, and afterward I rode through the mark, bearing the king's summons for the weapon take. It was on my return that I received this injury, and now the king has decided I am not well enough to ride with him to Gondor. Oh man, that's disappointing. Then again, it increases your chance of survival. Yeah, what can you tell me about Éowyn? She is her brother's match in her love for Rohan and in her skill at arms, but Éomer is permitted to ride in this war, and she is not. She has my sympathies, for with this injury I too have been cast aside by those I only wish to protect. Well, cast aside is a little hard, Bosa. You think you'll pull through? These injuries make it difficult to ride a horse. I made it the rest of the way only through the careful guidance and measured gait of my steed, and could not hope to fight at the end of the journey. This makes me merely a burden on the ride to Gondor, but a tremendous weakness in the line upon our arrival. My presence would harm the king more than my absence. My body will heal in time, but it is my mind that will hurt longest, if I cannot fight for my king when he goes forth to Gondor. It's hard, man. How can I fail to comfort you?
Still arriving at Dunharrow from all corners of the mark.
Ah, it's true. But I do not think it will be enough. I rode forth from the Hornburg as my king commanded, as most hamlets and villages responded to his call with clear voices and proud hearts, but this day I see few of those who spoke loudest. On my return from Forlaw in Wildermoor, I was beset by an orc raiding party. The injuries I sustained will keep me from riding in my king's train, to my frustration and disappointment. Swords and spears need men to wield them, and that resource is in short supply. I say men, but the blood of Theoden King's niece Éowyn burns for Rohan, and she would fight bravely for the kingdom were it permitted. She should consider, moving to a more shield maiden friendly region of Rohan, which I think we could map actually, right? Like, which zones are most friendly to shield maidens. Alas, it is not so, and both of us will be kept from doing what we desire, for I am a man injured, and she is a woman unwounded. Unhappy fortunes. Well, I don't know that I would call it an unhappy fortune that she's a woman. Okay. Oh. So, the issue about Aragorn never actually came up. I just failed to comfort him about something else entirely. Okay. This is a kind of a discouraging first quest. I'm not doing well. Hi, Darloff. Who are you? I'm enjoying the stories. I doubt you have ever been there, friend, but I thank you for the chance to think for a moment of home. Try me. I've been lots of places in Rohan. My family lives in a small village to the east and north of here, a journey of many miles. Floodwind. Of course, I know Floodwind well. If it has any claim on remembrance, it would be Eorl's Hallow, which is nearby. But for me, it will always be my home and hearth. Oh, Floodwind is a great little town, Darloff. Tell me about the Dwimmerberg. I would sooner tell you of it than go there myself, save at the king's command. It is called the Haunted Mountain, and it is sad that dead men... No, it is said. Also sad, potentially, but it is said that dead men of ancient times live there still, crying out for vengeance upon those who draw the breath of the living. Oh, is that what you think their job is? Vengeance upon those who still draw the breath of the living. Yeah, they're just like dead folks who are generally resentful about being dead. None can pass that way. That's interesting, of course, because if you think about it, that's just what we find in the Barrow Wights. Now, they never were living people, but they seem to grudge it nevertheless, right? The incantation of the Barrow Wight that he chants, that Frodo overhears, sounds, and not to mention the narrative that leads up to it, suggests exactly that kind of envy. So it's very logical that they would attribute that kind of envy to the dead of the mountain here. But I think perhaps, Darloff, you don't know the whole story. None can pass that way. Well, almost none. A dead man could walk the paths beneath a mountain and come out into the moonlight of the Blackroot Vale in Gondor, but that is said only by fools or braggarts and not by honest folk. What? Fools and braggarts say that a dead man could walk the paths beneath the mountain and come out? Right. Okay. All right. What do I know about Gondor? No, what does he know about Gondor? I know that Theoden King plans to gather many thousands of sword and spear, and then ride from Minas Tirith in satisfaction of ancient bonds of loyalty and friendship. Our two kingdoms have long been allies since the days of Eorl, and we will stand together against our enemies. I am afraid that is the extent of my knowledge. I've never traveled in Gondor. Until now. So I guess you're going, huh? That's great.
This road leads to the Grimmerberg. Why would anyone go to that haunted mountain?
Or tread the paths beneath it. That is not bravery. Only fools could lead my feet there. You assured Darloff that Aragorn considers his reasons for braving that road sufficient, but the soldier shakes his head. I hope he is not wrong, Gryfflet. It seems a great shame to allow a skilled warrior to disappear into such a place when we could use his talents elsewhere, as at other battles. Okay. Is his mood improved? Well, I hope that, telling me his story, and we could swap Floodwind stories. Oop. Wrong turning. Take a right at Sidrock. That's right. Seed Rock, I know it really is. Okay. Hey, who's this? Radwina?
It was just a game. I did not think it would go inside.
What? Am I going to learn more about this if I talk to Éowyn?
Played with ill fortune. A child may have followed Aragorn into the paths of the dead.
Oof. Oh dear. An encampment of this size is bound to attract the attention of children and others who live near. That much I expected, but I did not expect even children to act in such reckless, foolhardy fashion. This boy tells me that one of his friends, Elfdog, may have followed Aragorn into the paths of the dead. I thought it the mere boast of a child, but none have seen Elfdog today. I dispatched a number of men to find him, but they too have not returned. Elfdog is the grandson of Helm. Yikes! Oh, that's a big deal. Okay. Yeah, hey you.
I did not mean for it to go so far.
We watched the men ride to the mountain in the morning, and then Elfdog challenged me to follow them, and I did the same to him, and before you could say Helm Hammerhand, we were right up to the dark door. I returned to the camp after that, and I thought he followed at my heels, but now he's gone, and no one has seen him. Oh,
If
man.
I bring you to the entrance, will you enter the mountain and search for Elfdag?
You promise not to follow me in, huh? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me know if you're ready and I will bring you to the place. If you have a fellowship, bring them along too. Okay, hang on. Ooh. Gryfflet's first essence-bearing armor piece. How exciting. And finally, a new cosmetic set. Oh, this is an instance, huh?
I will bring you to the dark door, and I will wait outside for you.
The Dimholt Road leads to the dark door and the paths beneath the haunted mountain where the dead walk. Few dare to go that way.
So this dude is just standing here where, like, the ghosts can be seen flying around? Okay. Okay, so you know what I dislike about this? I dislike not being able to ride up. Like, I've just jumped here. Well, I guess I'll have to go back and turn it in, and then I can ride up to it properly. Hey there, Waldera. Have you come here seeking Elfdag? I ventured beneath the mountain with several of my men, but we ran afoul of the dead, and only I survived the encounter. Really? They actually killed you? I fled the cavernous room where they fell, but feel no shame for it. It was folly to come here. There was a passage we thought to search to in the southwest wall of the cavernous room, but we were set upon before we could venture that way. If you seek Elfdag, that is a good place to begin. But wait, before you go, Are you journeying within by yourself? Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm alone, Waldera. I will succeed by myself. I'll be fine, yeah. Tread carefully, for this is a place of great danger. Yeah, it's like, it gets to my, completionist heart to suddenly be teleported here instead of walking up to the gate. You know, I want to get the full effect. I love the mushrooms, though. Everything is dark. The sun is not shining. I can't tell if I'm underground or not. Whoa, hi, dead guys. Didn't really expect them to be flying around. Okay, so I'm searching. Uh-oh, I have my conspicuous shadow, just like Bilbo. No real reason to kill the dead people, is there? Whoa, I'm inside already. I am inside. No wonder I can't see the sun. Whoa. Okay. Okay. All right. What are we looking at? The most striking feature, obviously, of this castle, apart from its enormousness. Who the heck built this castle? And why? Why is there a huge castle? Yeah, so, but I agree, Phil. The spikes looked very much like a numinous. So from first glance, it looks like, a Númenórean structure. It is Enta Yeweork, Thomas. I think you're right. And my question is not only who built it, but why? Why do you build a castle inside a mountain? You know? I mean, you're already... I mean... I don't know. Exactly, JJ. That's precisely my thought. The inside a mountain isn't secure enough. We need a full castle in case a besieging army comes in and sets up inside this cavern. Yes. Yes. Okay, so I'm searching southwest tunnel in the Paths of the Dead. Whoa. Oh. You guys want a piece, do you? Oh, yeah, a new skill thing. That's kind of fun. I kind of like the green. Get a little hope token action going on here. Okay. Get back into stealth here, Gryfflet. There's a water feature. I'm just trying to, like, understand this. it's definitely Gondorian. Why did they build this castle? It's huge. It's like bigger than the Hornburg. Yeah, I'm not sure what the swirly things are. Like this mist that's floating around. I mean, I would think it was like the disembodied spirits of the dead, but those seem to be blue. So, I'm not sure about that. Is this Brego? Okay. So I have to admit, I find this a little odd. More than a little odd. Okay, so when they go in... Now I feel like I need to obsessively check my loot box. In case I missed any more quests. Okay. So yeah, I do find this very odd. Because Brego was lying dead before a door, right? That he was trying to get through. And in the book, the description would seem to make it fairly clear that, like, you go into the mountain, and then inside the mountain, like, it's a tunnel, and there's a door. Like, in other words, you can't go any further. So he was trying to continue down the... he's trying to continue down the paths of the dead, basically, and the door that he was continuing on blocked his way, right? He was not able to go through. That seems to be the whole sense of the thing, that, that when Aragorn, what the whole point is, that the path that he attempted to walk is the one that Aragorn is going to succeed in walking, right? So they come to the same door that Brego could not get through, and Aragorn is able to get through, right? So, of course, we were teleported in here, so I have no idea what that door was. But, I mean, this is Brego, right? This has got to be Brego. It can't be one of Waldera's companions. Look, he's a skeleton already. Yeah. But so what with this landscape, they're kind of imagining that Brego walked this far down the paths of the dead, saw this huge city in front of him, and then was just like, I'm going to bang a left and go over here for some reason, and then try to get... Is there even a door here? I can't see anything at all, but I don't see a door. Is there even a door there? Maybe it's an invisible dwarf door. So, like, if there were a door here, which I don't see, so, like, but this has to be Brego, right? I mean, they're not going to leave that out. Like, I know and trust the Standing Stone folks too well to, like, believe that they're not going to put the corpse of Brego in the paths of the dead. I mean, come on. So... Okay, JJ, thanks. We got his description here. His belt was of gold and garnets, and rich with gold was the helm upon his bony head, face downward on the floor. Check, with the face downward on the floor. He had fallen near the far wall of the cave, as now could be seen, and before him stood a stony door closed fast. His finger bones were still clawing at the cracks. A notched and broken sword lay by him, as if he had hewn at the rock in his last despair. Exactly. So he's face down. I don't see any garnets, but I can live without that. There's a door, but it's too dark. Right, but so, like, the game is picturing Brego to have been trying to get into some random, like, storage shed out here on the outskirts of the city. Yeah. One of the festivals gave torches that would be handy here. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, JJ's the other passage that Aragorn, like what Aragorn says when he finds Brego's body. 9 mounds and 7 there are now green with grass, and through all the long years he has lain at the door that he could not unlock. Whither does it lead? Why would he pass? None shall ever know. For that is not my errand. Keep your hoards and your secrets hidden in the accursed years. Speed only, we ask. Let us pass, and then come. I summon you to the stone of Erech. That is not my errand. Yeah. What is not his errand? Whatever Brego's errand was. Like, I'm not a sightseer. But he does emphasize, let us pass. Like, so, and again, I don't think it's a side door. And anyway, like, what's he doing? The oath that he swore, Brego, was to walk the paths of the dead. And having him off on the side like that. Oh, yeah. See, this is one of the recent courses. Yeah. Okay. I get no quest markers here on my map. That's interesting. Having him just like off at a side door like that makes it look like he was just looting the place. You know? Like Brego just came in here for treasure. I don't know. Okay. His outstretched hand pointing southwest. All right, well, at least I am heading southwest now. Okay, so not only the child, but all of these soldiers made it in further than Brego? You didn't check this tunnel. How are you alive? Why are you here? Okay, well, you solved one of those problems, I suppose. But still, it seems like we're kind of nerfing the paths of the dead here. Okay. Oh, we have spiritual banners. I love it. Huh. What did this even used to be? Is that a gazebo over there? Oh, whoa, look, an iron fence. trying to look at the stonework, but it's so dark. Okay, this one I can kind of see. Yeah, it's got the Gondorian patterns, that kind of brown inlay over the gray stone. I can't really see what, if anything, is depicted on it. Are you a burglar? Are you here to rob me? Okay, that's all right. We're good. How can you see me? Am I supposed to fight to defend you now? Yeah, fight off the dead men. Okay, well, as long as you're not being aggressive, dead men, I'm going to look at these banners. Oh, yeah, it's the mountain banners. I remember those from that session play. Wait, have I done the session play yet? I did it as Wiggin. I don't think... Gryfflet hasn't done it. What oaths did the banners break, Drowsnake? It's a great question. Okay, so right, so we get the people, then we get the sun rising behind the mountain, or setting, do you think? Rising. I think it must be rising. Look, it's another Three Peaks, people. That is so trendy. Oh man, I did a surprise strike from stealth on a dead guy. Boy, you know you're bringing your burglar A game when you can sneak up behind a ghost, right? I mean, come on. I mean, is that not something a legendary burglar would do? Boy, Gryfflet is not so much fighting off the dead men as executing the dead men. Boom. Still more of them, huh? There's another one up there. So, the reason I'm not exploring around more is that I still feel resistant. Like, this isn't real. I haven't found this place yet. Like, I want to walk in. I don't want to just be teleported into the path. It's an extremely anticlimactic way to see a place for the first time in an instance. It is not right. I've proven my persistence to the dead. Oh, were they in doubt of that? Okay, child who is greater than Brego of old. Yeah, how about we leave? You overheard some things I will want to know, huh? Okay, yeah. Let's get out and then we'll come back. Okay, Elf Dog. I'm not going to tell my grandfather, am I? Well, I had everything in hand, but I am certain he would not think so. If you tell him of this adventure of mine, he is bound to lock me up in Dunharrow, and the wife of the Thane does not appreciate young lads or lasses underfoot.
You're not going to tell my grandfather, are you?
Oh, that's delayed dialogue right there. Look, if he's going to lock you up with Ellen Fremeden, no. No, I'll keep your secret. Nobody deserves that, Elf Dog. She always scowls when she sees my friends and me about. I dare say we would be safer neath the Dwimmerberg than in the house of Ellen Fremeden. Hard to differ with you. It's just as cold and unfriendly there, for sure. Elf Dog's expression is one of horrified fear, and you quickly assure him he will keep his freedom if he tells you what he saw. Well, it was dark, and there were shadows flitting all about, but if you really strained your ears, you could hear whispers and sighs, the voices of the dead. I gathered from their talk that a man... Boy, he is so much braver than Gimli, right? I mean, this kid. I gathered from their talk that a man had come through hours before and claimed he could free them from their curse. Some of the dead followed him and left in his wake, but others of the dead did not believe his claim, and they stayed behind. These are especially cruel, and they have abandoned any hope of escaping the curse and are now the ruthless dead, and they hate the living and the dead alike. Elfdog shivers. I suppose I am glad to be back above ground after all. Oh, that is interesting.
So, Elfdad really braved the Dwimmerberg.
I thought he would turn up hiding in back of one of the tents of the encampment. What I mean to say is, when I told you he might have passed the dark door, I absolutely believed that was true. Maybe. Well, he is safe, and so are you. There's no reason to be upset. Okay.
You have exceeded your reputation this day.
Hey, thanks, Éowyn. That means a lot from you. I did not relish the thought of telling Elf Helm that his grandson had disappeared beneath the haunted mountain. Perhaps I would have had my brother do it. Yes, but his grumbling would have been insufferable. Oh, man. Oh, sick burn. Why would I choose an essence instead of the only thing I could use an essence on? All right, let's do this.
I ask you to travel the paths of the dead, and by that way, come into Gondor.
Not asking much, are you, Éowyn? Elfdog's adventure beneath the Dwimmerberg may have been ill-advised, but it has given us warning of a new danger. Aragorn has passed into Gondor, and it seems from Elfdog's report that he is followed by some number of the dead that believe he can offer them redemption. I cannot say if it be true or if it be false, but as long as the dead men believe it, Aragorn need not fear them. Huh. But this other group, these ruthless dead, if they have forever cast their lot in with Sauron, then Aragorn will have no safety from them. Neither will the folk of Gondor, and our friend's passage may have planted a dangerous seed in the minds of the ruthless dead, with no hope of redemption. What reason is there to remain within the mountain? If you have no desire to atone for your evils, what would prevent you from adding to the number of your sins? I ask you to travel the paths of the dead, and by that way come into Gondor. The people there must be protected, and if they cannot be saved from the threat of the ruthless dead, they must flee to a place of safety, if any still exists in this world. Okay. Okay. So a couple things here. First of all, big spoiler, right? Well, I don't mean spoiler for us. I mean spoiler for Éowyn, right? If the outcome of this first quest is to give Éowyn knowledge that Aragorn may have succeeded, right? Then that would seem to change the Dunharrow situation, potentially, right? Or at least to inform it. And as I say, I'll be interested to see how they develop Éowyn's character line in that way. But there is, of course, remember that moment in the book when she does speak sort of words of hope? Well, if not hope, at least kind of encouragement, right? When she says that people spoke of, the stories of, dead men going into the path of the dead as if to keep a tryst after Aragorn went in. So it does seem in that book, Éowyn does have a notion that Aragorn has not just merely died 15 feet inside the paths of the dead, right? But in fact has achieved something in there. So this circumstance would be kind of parallel to that. But again, Éowyn knowing the full details of she knows the full details, but knowing as much as she knows would seem hard to reconcile to the Dunharrow reaction. But maybe not. I'll be interested to see how they make sense of that. But of course, this situation also, I'm forgetting something. What I'm forgetting is when I was complaining about how they have nerfed the paths of the dead, and no side quests again. Still no side quests. No one's Gryfflet hasn't gotten a side quest since... what? The Stone Deans? There's no side quest in the whole Paths of the Dead hologram? Events are in motion and you're kind of on a timetable now. Dude, JJ, I've been that the whole time I was exploring all of Rohan, right? I explored the entire Wold and the entire Norcrofts and everything while Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli were making their, like, record-setting way across Rohan on foot. And then I did all of, like, Kingstead and the Stone Deans and Broadacres while Theoden was marching in haste to Helms Deep, right? And still got there in time for the battle. So I don't see why I can't do side quests here. Wait, the Paths of the Dead quests come later? I get sent back into the Paths of the Dead from the Gondor side? Huh. Okay. Oh. Now this is interesting. So we've been seeing these standing stones. Oh man, the wargs are grayed out to me here. In preparation for the... I didn't even notice that. In preparation for his Gondor doings. He's completely over-leveled for this place. There weren't any grayed out side quests that I just missed for that reason, are there? Anyway, so these black standing stones mentioned in the book lead up to this big old warning one. And here we have an ominous message. The skull, that's really good. What I really like about it is that it doesn't even look like it was carved. It just looks like, you know, a death's head has been like emerged out of the stone, like it's been impressed upon it by the, by the spiritual. Because like the carving, the letters carved are pretty crude, right? And that just doesn't look anything like that style of carving. I don't know. I can't read the runes. I don't think I can. They don't look like the normal Anglo-Saxon runes. There are a few who can, JJ. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so the stones were lining the path to kind of lead you here. And then once you get here, it says, forget about it. You shouldn't have followed that path. And you should really stop now. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to do my fashion show. Let's see. I got my new thing. Do I have any essences? Don't think I do. I didn't have any in my vault, did I? Gryfflet's vault is a mess. My vaults are always a mess. Oh, yeah, lots of stuff. No, don't think I kept any essences in here. No, I have a universal solvent, but I don't have any essences. Okay. No problem. I'll find some, I reckon. Oh, nice. Love it. Okay, so I am equipping my... I do have my equipment equipped cosmetically. Good. Hey, where is it? I'm totally... Oh, no, I'm wearing outfit 6. Okay, fine. So I'll put it on outfit 6 because I like that cloak. So what was I going to do? Where to go? Oh, I'm wearing them. Hang on. Take them off again for a second. Okay. And now outfit 6. Put them cosmetically on here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I will slowly convert to Gondorian garb. Nice. Okay. One step at a time. All right. Very good. So it's pretty dark, but I reckon I should get used to that. Though it's not going to be the dawnless day as soon as I get to Gondor, is it? I seem to recall from Gryfflet, or from Wiggend running on ahead, there's like a Gondorian boundary that I cross. Okay, see, this is the approach I was looking for. Okay. Cold dread grips your heart as you approach the dark door once again for the first time. Oh no, see. Are these the Death Orcs who made this, you think? I bet they are. I bet they are. I bet these are little, like, death totems. Well, it's very similar in style to what we actually see on the door. Did the orcs decorate this too? No. No, these are made of stone. Look how the eyes gape, just like the Pukelman eyes. Huh. Yeah, I think they were copying the decor. I mean, I think that, yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, was whether the little skeleton, you know, diorama back there was presumably the orcs. Okay. This is super spooky and stuff. No two ways about that. What I'm trying to figure is who carved this and why. Who carved this and why? The dead face above the door looks like the death's head you can see on that obelisk. And it looks like the eyes of the Pukelmen as well. Thus, I would conclude that the ancient dwellers in Harrowdale, who were presumably Droogs, right? Woses, that is, on account of the Pukelmen, made this. Oh, Phil, I totally have hope here. I used a hope token. Yeah, I totally cheated there. Gryfflet's just like that, you know. Okay. This must have been... So the question is, which came first? And it might sound like a stupid question, but which came first? This carving or the dead people? The Oathbreakers specifically, I mean. And I ask that because, first of all, the timeline is not at all obvious. I mean, the Oathbreakers only date from the beginning of the Third Age, and technically the very end of the Second Age. But, you know, that's when the Oathbreakers came in. But the Druidine could have been here long before that. So there's no necessary reason to think that the Dunharrow stuff, the old stuff in Dunharrow from the original residents, was here prior to the infestation of the mountain with dead folks, with the Oathbreakers. Now, why on earth would they make a big old door of the dead if there weren't any dead people living here, you ask? Well, it's a question to be asked, obviously. But it could be a burial ground. The skulls sort of suggest that. We've seen piled skulls before in burying places of the dead. Back like in the... Didn't we see skull... Where do we see skull places? I know we have. Angmar, partly, is one of the things I think I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of huge walls full of skulls. And that would have been originally the Hillman culture up there, which is not the same, of course, as the culture here. The whole radiant skull thing, like skull with bones sticking out all around it, which is done in small, in those 4 places, in big, up above the door, and then making the door itself into one by having the carved bones around. That could all just be, this is our burial place. Like it could have been the mausoleum of the ancient culture. If only Candythe could see this, yeah. Now, the armor is interesting. I mean, it's a big honkin' shield, right? Hey! I wasn't done looking at that. I didn't know it was standing open. Thought I'd have to go in. Just trying to get a closer look at the door frame. Okay, Gryfflet accidentally walks into the paths of the dead. You know, you're right, they drew me in. Yeah, that's it. Okay. It looks like he's wearing a helmet and a beard, which is creepy. Bearded skeletons. And it looks like he might have some armor left about his midsection. Like for decency. A strange way to position a skeleton, especially with apparently its mouth gaping open. I was also trying to gauge by getting closer to it, which I won't do again, how tall it is. Seems to be normal human height. Huh. And these rune bones around the side are carved with runes. same kind of runes that were on the obelisk out there. And the same ones presumably on the lintel up there. Oh yeah, you can see that that skull is built out in 3 dimensions and looks even more like a Pugelman face from here. Well, all I can say is this door makes the idea of a bloody Gondorian castle inside there even more confusing. Okay. Well, Gryfflet's running out of time, but now entering the Paths of the Dead. Most ominous zone text ever. Oh, Edith, you found... Oh, JJ, you found the door. Huh. Got some kind of gas leak problem here, it looks like. Okay, so this is where... So it just started me right inside the door. Okay. Journey through the Paths of the Dead. Okay, here we go. Now, having seen the architectural context, the cold air hangs heavily in the great open space. The Gondorian castle with strong enuminous overtones. Is ambient light a setting? Where's the... oh, yeah, the ambient light is like way down. Let's turn ambient light way the heck up. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I love it when people say hit Alt F10. I don't have either an Alt or an F10 button, for crying out loud. Got neither of those buttons. Okay. Hey, Rosie. You looking for the door too? Still don't see it. I can now see a vague rocky shape. Is that... No, it's a swirly. Oh my goodness, it's a swirly. Oh, Edith, you're Rosie. Okay. It's not Rosie who's Rosie. I get it. Okay. Yeah. See the swirl? There's the swirl. I can vaguely see the swirl. Yeah, actually, I can see it better on my streaming text than I can see it on my own screen. Okay, right? Oh my goodness. No wonder he was trying to get in. Brego must have seen this out of the corner of his eye and been like, look, the obvious architectural evidence of a primitive human culture similar to the ones that we found both in Bree and Angmar. Holy cow, I've got to see what's going on. I would have been trying to get in that door too. Oh man, look at that swirly door. Oh, it's a classic swirly door. Absolutely classic. Yeah, I can see it on my stream feed, but I can't see it on my own screen. So I'm like looking at it over here. Wow. Yeah. Oh, classic swirly door. Huh. Okay, so this provides us with some really interesting... this provides us with some really interesting evidence of our first clear evidence of multi-layers of architecture. So let's go to the city. Am I going to get a quest to go there? Because I don't need one. Oh, yeah. Where have we seen those? Those, like, claw-like thing. That's an Innuminous thing. Isn't that an Innuminous thing? It's not like the Angmarim structures, Phil. Not exactly. I mean, it's not like the, you know, the metal fish hooks and such. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not like Carndum. Where's the front door? I have to go around the corner to get to the front door? Yeah, must do. Okay, well, I want to go back and explore where we were with Elf Dog. But is there... Is there a path to a front gate? What, did they build a castle and didn't bother to build a gate? Talk about your security measures. Oh no. It's right over here. Hang on. Go back around. Like the Gondorian ruins in Enidwaith. Yes. Yes, Druid's Fire. And that makes a certain amount of sense. Where... I left the path. Hang on, let me go back to the path. And then see if the path is going to bang a left-hand turn at any point. What the heck? It's totally... Impenetrable wall? What? Whoa, and that's it. That's like the exit right there. Okay. Come safely through. So my quest is just to, like, ignore everything, right? All right, well, that's not going to happen. Let me go back up here then. Because it seems to be... There seemed to be an entrance, but it looks like it's now blocked. Okay, so there's the curtain wall around the exterior. Pretty low curtain wall. Yeah. No. I want to get in. Yeah, totally Gondorian construction. Well, I'll certainly circle around to see if I can find any means of ingress. Yeah, I mean, look at that inlay, that vertical inlay there. very Gondorian. But I agree. The thing that it most reminds me of are the Gondorian ruins in Enidwife. And I think that that's interesting because we're still on the frontiers of Gondor. I mean, even back in the old days, you know, when this was Calenarthon, it's still frontier-y. Okay, here's where the creepy river comes right over the walls. Is that a water feature built into the walls? I think so. It's not, doesn't look like it's eroded them. You know, like the waterfall post dates the... Oh, maybe. From this angle, it just looks like a normal wall with an unexpected waterfall. Oh, whoa. There's something up here. Yeah, so map time. Map. Ooh. I've never seen this map in my life. They redid this map, didn't they? This is a new map. Because they used to look like this. Yeah. Okay. I'm tracking. Okay. This is the same map? Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. I'm out of time. Okay. Gondor map. All right. So, we got Gondor down here. Now, Rohan was Calenarthon, and this was like the northern fringe of the influences of Gondor. And then we've got main Gondor down here. Okay, fine. We had Arnor up here. Here's the Numinous, right? Fornost up here. So we had in Arnor up here. But there was the long communicating road. So the Enidwife is over here on the route, right? So where we are, which is like here in the Paths of the Dead, this is in that kind of like fringy region between main Gondor and main Eriador, where we know the Númenóreans were going because they were traveling in here. So my question is whether or not this city here suggests that a Gondorian outpost couldn't have been built here before the dead moved in? Huh. Trying to make sense of it. Okay. Well, Gryfflet. We'll try to figure it out. He's going to keep trying to figure it out. There's a convenient heap of... Okay, no, it's not a heap of skulls. Can I... Oh, come on. That's just mean. Make the ground slope up to where I can almost jump up, but not quite. Oh, man. Okay. All right. More consideration of this ruin next time. But I gotta go. All right. So we'll leave Gryfflet here, cozily in the Paths of the Dead. And he'll go. He needs to go explore the other city too. Still. All right. Anyway, okay. let me make sure folks know tomorrow afternoon, so Saturday the 19th, I'm doing my annual fall fundraising webathon for Signum University. I'm going to do a Lotro little mini marathon at the end, so starting about 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be starting a mini marathon where I'll be doing, I'm going to be finishing up the Mordor storyline with my guardian Wigand. And if I finish that up, I will, if I finish it up early, I don't know how long it's going to take me to do it, but if I finish it up early, I'll actually probably return to Gryfflet and do a little extra Gryfflet, bring Gryfflet into Gondor. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's tomorrow. Did I say the 16th? Yeah, the 16th. Saturday the 16th is exactly what I meant. The 19th would be next Tuesday, wouldn't it? Saturday the 16th, which is tomorrow, is when this is. So 9 p.m. I'm going to be doing my mini Lotro marathon. We're going to be doing lots of stuff throughout the day. I'm going to be doing a Reddit Ask Me Anything at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm going to live stream it. So I'm going to live stream me answering people's questions on Reddit, so you can kind of come backstage with me during that, and that'll be a lot of fun. And throughout the day, I'm launching our new program at Signum, the space program, our continuing education program. And so we're going to be doing capsules from our space program. So free little mini classes throughout the day. For really cool stuff, we're doing a mini creative writing workshop, a mini anime discussion, Japanese anime discussion, a discussion on fairy tales, one on English sonnets, and one on what's the other thing? Oh yeah, interpreting Egyptian hieroglyphics. So we're going to be doing all those things, and then we will. But at the very beginning of the day, at the beginning of the day, before all of that, I'm going to be giving my State of the University address at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's when I'm going to explain all about our new space program, and you're definitely going to want to find out about this. This is a new program that's really going to be for everybody and provide lots and lots of opportunities to be able to dig into stuff that you really like and are interested in. So, can't wait to tell you more about the space program tomorrow at 1 p.m. and you can join me at the end, and there's going to be a trivia contest and all kinds of things. So I'm going to be streaming tomorrow from 1 p.m. to like 1 a.m. All will be streamed on the Signum Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SignumU, or you can find us on the YouTube channel. There's also a registration link on our annual fund page, signumuniversity.org/fund. You can scroll down to where you see the webathon schedule, and then you can see the registration link, which is the link for the Zoom session, where I'll be also interacting with people through the day. Anyway, there we go. But don't worry, Phil, it will all be recorded as well. So the parts that will happen while our European friends are in bed will be available on YouTube, hopefully by the next day or so. We'll see. Anyway, thanks very much, everybody, for joining me today. And I will see you again next week where, who knows, maybe we'll actually set foot into Gondor. But anyway. Thanks, everyone, and I will see you guys next week. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.